We act like this a studio, this really just a trap.
But it's not his fault because you don't know no better. Remember,
Yeah.
you don't know what
You don't know what you don't know.
right.
He did put up with a lot of shit for me, though.
Yeah, but he created a lot of that shit himself.
Yeah.
And not saying that you don't have shit to put up with, but at the end of the day, there's some stuff that he would get so aggravated and mad about. It's like, bruh,
It don't matter.
it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, it doesn't fucking matter, man.
Yeah.
No.
Like, and once again, him putting that standard on it and getting upset about that stuff pushed you more away. I remember when I knew what you were doing with this other person, and then you were super hammered and he was super hammered, and just so happened that guy was there, and then my friend Liz got a little handsy, and the person you were with at that time sees it and comes up to me. Do you know about this? I'm like, I wanted to tell him, yeah. I was like, what? What are you talking about? So I just played the dumb card. Because
It's always good to play the dumb card.
yeah, but
Sometimes.
now I've been like, yeah, man, it's been going on for a while. Because I just said, like, I'm not gonna lie to him, like, man, it's been going on for a while. Like, now if it was a situation where, because you and I talk and we're really good friends, if it was a situation where I felt like that guy was giving it all and giving you your space and you were doing that dumb shit,
Right.
I would've been like, Liz, you fucking up.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, like, so for me, I felt like I was, like, already kind of done and over with that relationship. And so that's the reason why I did that.
However you rationalize it, you rationalize it. It's fine. But he isolated you from what you were doing. So that's why, like, he
Yeah.
basically, it was almost like he was so controlling.
Yeah.
And you know, it at the end of the day, you did it to yourself.
Yeah. Women cheat for emo. Men cheat because they're stupid. Like, if a woman is really into you and she appreciates you, she doesn't want to put the work in and find somebody
And
else.
that's my thing. I'm not I don't feel like I'm a cheater. Like,
Yeah, I wasn't saying
I'm,
you.
I'm very,
Yeah.
very faithful for the most part in my relationships. Like, but I feel like when I'm like already like kind of checked out, like I'm checked out. And
Yeah, and but he had put you in a situation where you financially you couldn't move on
No.
from that situation because of his actions.
yeah.
You couldn't. It took
I
you.
mean, I was like literally like sitting there, like looking at my car, sitting outside of his house, and my car had a blown engine and couldn't go anywhere. Like, but I still owed on it, so like we were like sharing a vehicle.
Yeah.
and
and then
I felt
you know,
like I was stuck. And,
right, exactly.
Yeah.
And honestly, you were, and he manipulated the fact,
and he allowed it to be that way. I felt
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
because he was more comfortable that way because he knew where you were.
because I asked like numerous times, like let's go and get another quote on my car, like so I can figure out what's going on with
Right.
it and either fix it or sell it or whatever. And he just kind of always like shoved it to the side.
He liked the power dynamic.
oh,
exactly.
No,
The
we're gonna
power
keep
over it.
sharing a vehicle, and
Yeah,
that
yes.
way I have control over you. And
Yeah.
And I honestly don't think in his mind he saw it that way, but his actions were that's what he was doing.
yeah,
Yeah. You got
I saw it. I saw it
his
totally.
actions. Yeah.
And you know, and it's programming. I'm sure what he grew up around was that sort of way.
Oh yeah.
And
a lot of,
because I don't think he's a diabolical dude or at his heart
not
a
a
bad.
mastermind.
Yeah, he's not.
No.
I don't think he's a bad person. I just think that's what he grew up around.
But that's the thing, though. So like he came from like a very like wealthy family.
Oh shit.
And
yeah.
like he was like kind of the outcast of the family.
Because his eyebrows.
was he the black sheep?
Yeah, kind of. Like,
Well, black is
You-
not bad. So
oh, Marcus.
you just always gotta
No,
try
but
to turn it
he
racist.
was like the one like child
Right.
that didn't like do super well for himself.
Yeah.
And so he always like
So he had he needed
he needed the validation of
Yes.
being able to like do things on his own and control and
it was because he never got the love from his father that he needed.
yeah.
100%. It's 100%. And I know him very well, and I see it, and I get it, and I understand it, and I accept that, man. Like he's got some growing to do. But to all you fathers out there, make sure you let your child know that you love them. It doesn't have to be through buying them things. Just tell them you love them and show them love and talk to them, because you don't ever want a child always needing validation.
Yeah.
I still need validation from my dad that wasn't there. I still, to this day, my fucking dickhead dad is a fucking piece of shit. He's not a piece of shit. He raised his kids perfectly. But I still, to this day, right now, as I'm sitting here at this table, I've let go of everything in my life as much as I can. I'm killing my ego. And I still, to this day, everything I do and where I'm going is all for one day for this motherfucker to see what I did.
What you're doing, yeah.
And it sucks. I wish it could be better. But I can't let go. That's the one, well, there's a few other things, but that's the main thing that I think about a lot. Like, why do you need that validation? And I still can't let go of it.
No, I mean, I get that too. Like,
Is the door unlocked?
No.
Okay, gotta go upstairs for a second. Okay.
Who's?
I invited an audience member.
Tribe member?
No, she just want to watch.
Okay.
okay.
Cool. Go ahead.
Keep going.
Yeah. So.
No, but I get where
Yeah.
you're like at, because like, so I grew up like my father was an alcoholic, and my father didn't get sober until I was 18, and so I grew up with like a stepdad. But then like when my father finally got sober, I was in nursing school. My father came down with like a very, very rare disease, and
Linked to drinking or no?
no, not linked to drinking. Like they actually don't know what causes it. It's Guillain-Barré syndrome. And so he literally went from like being able to like walk, feed himself, do everything. 24 hours later, he couldn't walk, he couldn't feed himself.
24 hours later?
24 hours later. So what it is it's a it's pretty much a, they describe it like, so what happens is it starts in your feet and it moves its way up, and it's your nerves attacking your muscles.
Jesus fuck.
So a lot of people, like, they ended up on like respirators because it gets up to your lungs and your lungs don't function.
Wow.
So you're almost like on life support.
It's almost like the Lou Gehrig's disease or what. I don't know if you've heard of that. It's like your body stops working and like you just stop.
Yeah, so my dad was literally at the dirt track races the night before. I know.
Oh, dirt.
Super southern.
No. We have dirt tracks back home. It's just like it's a small town thing that's
Right,
fucking
yeah.
awesome. You've hit this.
Sorry.
That's
but no, so like he went home. He said he wasn't feeling like super great, and the next morning he called my mom, which they've been divorced since I was like 6.
Did they have a talking
They
relationship?
always like kept like a really, really good relationship.
That's cool.
My mom was actually the one that like went and found my dad and took him to a rehab and like made him get sober. Anyways, so he thought he was like having a stroke, and we took him to the hospital. He called my mom. My mom called me. We took him to the hospital. They like ran all kinds
This
of.
is when you're at UA.
No, I'd already moved back home. I was still in nursing school though. I had just started nursing school back home.
Okay.
So I'm like, okay. We went to my dad's house, got him, took him to the hospital. They ran like stroke tests, all kinds of stuff. Well, my dad's a veteran, so they transferred him to a VA hospital that was like an hour away. Thankfully, they had like a brand new doctor that had just gotten out of med school. He was like still like super familiar and fresh with everything, and he's like, we need to test him for Guillain-Barré. So they did. Came back positive. So they started the medication to like stop everything. But I mean, literally within a 24-hour period, my dad went from being able to walk, talk, do everything on his own to where he couldn't feed himself, walk, wipe his ass, nothing. Like, everything had to be done for him. He spent 9 months in the hospital, in a VA hospital, like doing rehab just to like learn how to walk again. But yeah, it was kind of nuts.
You didn't bring down a chair for it, did you?
We don't have a chair to bring down. Nothing is.
Yeah.
Everything is under construction.
I You could have brought a pillow for her to sit on.
Didn't think about the pillow part.
He's not very considerate.
I'm
Welcome to Big Booty Communications.
welcome to BBC.
So, now?
So with saying that, like, I get it. Like you, like I have
No,
a
once-
weird.
Finish off the. So they got the medication. Did it fix where you got his motor skills back?
So it stopped everything. Like it stopped the process of everything. But like I said, he was literally in the hospital for 9 months after that, doing rehab to like learn how to walk again, feed himself, like fine motor movements, all of those things. And he still like isn't like super intact with it. But I guess like where I was getting at with that was that you
Fifth time
like
she's hit
didn't
straw.
shut up.
It's too big.
Like you like have an issue with like your dad, and
Yeah.
I was in nursing school at the time, and my father was never there until I was 18. So like I still have that like struggle, like like you wanna like do the best, but then you have this like hold back of like, well fuck, he was never there for me. Like why am I doing all of these things, or why do I need his validation? And so like I get that, like
Yeah, it sucks, man. Like, no, it doesn't suck. No, I'm not. I'm gonna say
it makes you the person that you are.
yes, but at the end of the day, and I'm coming from a situation where one of my sisters is a gynecologist in Kansas City, right? Doctor. Another sister, doctor in Houston. She got a doctorate in chemistry, and she works at the Exxon. I have another sister that got her. She's working on a doctorate in nursing, or master's in nursing. She got her master's in nursing. Now I think she's working on a doctorate in nursing. I don't know. But then, and I'm sitting here and I'm like, fuck, man. Like now I feel as though, I have to do something different. I got to get better than them. I've got 2 bachelor's degrees, but it's like, well, fuck, compared to that, I'm basically like a fucking high school dropout in my mind.
Comparison's a thief for joy.
Yeah. I just, and I fight with it all the time. It's like, someday I'm just going to be like, ha, Dad, look what I did without you. You fucking asshole.
You guys got daddy issues, huh?
Yeah, we got daddy
know-
issues.
I don't have a
known that.
dad to have issues with, so I don't.
Right, exactly.
My dad was
And
never
then,
there.
and all that, and it doesn't,
But I got zaddy issues.
I don't know what that is. So I just, I struggle with it, and I try to let go of that. And it's just like, fuck, man. It's still there.
Yeah.
And I know it's there. It's part of my dark side, and I get it, and I understand it, and it is what it is. And it does drive me a bit. It not as much as it used to. Used to was like everything I did, I was like, well, I wasn't good enough. I don't deserve this love that I'm getting. I don't deserve all this shit. I didn't deserve it because I'm not a doctor. I'm not this. I'm not getting my master's. I'm not doing all this stuff this trivial stuff that I thought validated me as a person.
All right.
I just had to let go of that and realize that I am who I am, and I'm going to keep being the best person I possibly can be. And don't say, I know what you're going to say.
What would I ever say to that, Cecil?
Oh, you're out here trying to live your best life.
Just out here trying to live my best life.
So
Whatever would I say to that?
Always.
Little old me? Little old me?
that is, don't
Whatever would
try
I
to
say, Cecil?
that is not even close to a southern
Say
accent.
so, whatever
If you
would
want
I
to bust
say?
out a southern accent, we can bust out a southern
Whenever I
accent.
first
Oh,
moved here,
fuck.
my
Yeah.
Cecil?
accent.
What would
Yeah,
I
back
say,
when you
Cecil?
drank Jack and Coke and fucking took shots of Jaeger. Yes, I remember that,
ripped
Liz.
shots of Jaeger.
I missed that. I wish I'd have caught that late.
No,
Liz.
no.
Jack
Oh,
and Jaeger?
you didn't
No,
want Liz.
that one was Liz was
you
was
a-
not
were you a
super
fighter?
quiet. No. She was super quiet.
Oh, I don't got time for quiet.
She'd come to the bar and sit there and just
Say nothing to
say
anyone.
nothing. I mean,
all night long.
all night long. Seriously,
Can
it
I
was
just have my drink?
yeah. And I just keep filling her
I
Jack
just have
Cokes.
my cock.
So, yes, I struggle every day letting go of the fact that I don't need the validation from him, from Norm. I'm just going to put it out there, Norm. I don't need Norman's validation.
Damn, that's a white ass name. No.
Yeah. He was a physical education teacher for the criminally insane
Whoa.
for 30
Good
years.
God.
Yeah.
I know he had.
He
gym
would sit down and
teachers.
play spades Well, you have to do something with them. You have to try to educate.
Criminally insane,
Criminally.
like Arkham Asylum from Batman.
Like he would sit. No, let me tell you, he would sit down and play spades with 3 dudes that had 7 murders between them.
Ooh, shit.
Ah.
Yeah.
They got a mean space game. That was like
Yeah,
that was.
but the thing is, like, I don't know if this is. Let me frame this a little bit. So, college, I'm in Aberdeen, South Dakota,
Aberdeen.
right? And so I'm there, and I'm at this bar called. Shit. It was right next to the zoo. I can't remember. There was a bar. So the zoo library, or the zoo library, the zoo was the main bar, and then there was a bar next to it. It was just beer. And I'm in there hanging out, and I'm talking to this old cat. This cat's old as shit. And like you can, if you've never met anybody that's been in prison, you can tell when a person's been in prison, like by their mannerisms, the way they act, the way they talk.
Yeah.
Like you can tell.
That shit change you.
Yeah, yeah. And the way he was acting, I was like, oh, this cat's been in fucking prison. Right? So I'm sitting there, and he starts getting more drunk, and he keeps talking to me, and he's like overly polite. Because most people I've met that have been in prison, they're just over the top polite.
Yeah.
And so he keeps doing it. I'm like, man, this dude's been in prison.
You appreciate shit when you've been
Yeah.
23 and 1.
Yeah. So
these
he
dicks
says I spent over 15 years, I think, maybe 20. I don't know. I think it was 15. And he's like, yeah, it was in the part where my dad worked. And I was like, shit. I'm like freaking out a little bit. And so my dumbass, because I'm young and dumb, I'm like, oh, my dad worked there. And he's like, then he looks at me. Said, what was your dad's name? I was like, I was 21, I think. Yeah, I was 21. I mean, it was in a bar. Not that I would ever go in a bar before I was 21. I was like, oh, Norman Wayman. Oh, fuck. God damn it.
Yeah, and I'm the one that's not supposed to drink.
Right. Oh.
I got it time stamped.
All right, cool. So I say his name, and he's like, all of a sudden he rattles off his fucking prison number, and Mr. What, like says my dad's last name, and I was like, oh fuck. I was scared to death because I was hoping now looking back at it, my hair's standing on end. Like thinking back on it, like
Oh shit.
yeah, I'm
What
like,
did I do?
what if Norm had fucking fucked that dude up? I was gonna get murdered. Literally, like he would have automatically, because he'd been drinking.
Yeah.
I would automatically, and he may have been playing me. I don't know. Like looking back on it, maybe he was playing me. I don't know. But I knew the dude had been in prison, and the way he quoted off his number and said what he said, I was like, fuck. But then he grabs me. He's like, your dad was a good man.
Oh, thank God. Thank God.
And I'm like, oh yeah. And,
Thank God Norman's a
dude.
human being. Thanks.
yeah.
Thank you.
Well, I mean, but that's what I'm saying. Like Norm is not a good human being, so that's why I think maybe he was playing me.
Maybe he was a good human being to him, though. Maybe he could have been.
I mean,
Yeah.
I feel like maybe if you're dealing with dudes that have done some shit,
they got bodies on them.
they got bodies on them.
You might want to be a little bit compassionate,
Right.
for your own survival.
Yeah.
Yes. That's what I'm thinking. Maybe. Hopefully. But I didn't think anything about that talking to that guy in the bar.
Right.
And then I go back and I'm telling Rhett and those guys about I was like, oh man, it's gonna be my dad, blah 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 blah. And they're just looking at me. They're older than me.
Yeah.
They're older, I mean, and they're older than me. They're from Compton, California. They're
Young,
like,
dumb,
you're a
full of
fucking
cum.
idiot.
Yeah. What
were
What
you
the
thinking?
fuck? Yeah, exactly. And now looking back, I'm like, God, I was a fucking idiot. Like, why the fuck would you tell somebody that's been in prison where your dad worked?
was a CO.
Yeah.
Because who the fuck wants to be a CO on purpose? I mean, the whole prison system is horrible, and
I took the test. I failed it. I didn't pass the test.
I don't have the soul for it. I know I couldn't do it.
Well, at the time, they were opening up a prison right down the street. So I'm like,
Hey.
oh, it's a job. Like, I'm
Right.
going to go be a prison guard. Like, get the fuck out of here, man.
Yeah, that's what my ex does.
No, he's a jailer.
No, he's a CO.
Fuck, is he?
Yeah.
I thought he was a jailer.
No,
I thought he was the same, yeah. Huh.
no, he's a CO.
What's the difference between a CO and a jailer?
Jailer is just, you got the guys that got DUI, so you just walk them into the jail.
Oh,
They're going
I
to get
got
out.
you. I
A
got you.
CO is, yeah, they're
And-
doing
yeah.
some time. Yeah, they're in the, what do they call the prison down here? The,
Halfway house?
No. They call it something when you in the city when you go to the actual jail here. Fuck, I forgot what they call it.
I don't know.
Never mind.
I don't want, and I don't want to know.
I don't want to know either.
'Cause I don't want.
Dude,
the
when I
problems.
sat in county,
I mean, he's in St. Charles County, though.
dude, I sat in county. That was one of the most. No, it wasn't.
Not that.
But I sat in there and it was like a fucking bus stop. They called it the bus stop. But I saw these dudes going. They're like, I just can't wait to go upstairs, man, so I can fucking lay down. I'm like, I don't want to go upstairs.
I got pinched one time.
You had to sit in did you sit in Clayton?
Motherfucker, I was in Frontenac.
Stop it.
I got pinched. This is the story. So it was before I had a vehicle. It was in my early 20s, and my best friend at the time. That's out. You got another pod? I think we might need to replace that one. I didn't bring mine down.
Yeah.
But we went out to St. Charles, and I didn't have a car yet, but I had a license, and I was the drunk person. I was dating this girl that I thought was the end all be all. I was wrong, thank God. But I tried to end my life because I was. Never mind. The point is, so we went out St. Charles, got hammered. I'm drinking like a fucking fish. He's supposed to be my designated driver. It's his car. It's time to leave.
He made your ass drive, didn't he?
He drove. This is when 40 was shut down. And I lived off Persian, where I live off now. So we driving home. He's
I
like,
don't remember that.
huh?
I have no clue.
That's when the Highway 40 was shut down. So he had to go around it. They were doing construction on 40.
Okay,
And
well,
he,
I'm not from here, so.
okay, Liz, you going? Okay.
Anyways,
Fuck the
okay,
cowboy.
I'm listening.
Okay, so we get into like Frontenac, Lindbergh area. He's like, I can't drive. I was like, the fuck you mean you can't drive? Bitch, I've been drinking penny pitchers all goddamn night.
Oh God.
And he was
Gotta be
like,
in college,
I
yeah.
was drinking Red Bulls and vodka. Motherfucker, you was a DD. So we switched positions in the car. I pull outside the road.
This thing's fine. What are you doing?
As soon as I pull off, I see the cherries and berries. I was like, what the fuck is this?
Did you say cherries and berries?
the
fuck-
police.
I know what that
the
is.
motherfucking police.
Like, that's
And
gross.
cherries and berries, what does that mean? That's not a bad thing.
No, I was just saying it's gross. Like, ugh, I don't want to think about getting pulled over.
Exactly. So I'm like, fuck. He's like, we saw you swerving back there. I said, the fuck you did. I didn't say that. And I was super. I had my dreads then. I was wearing Echo. I was super black. Oh, I was.
You reckon?
Oh, bro, I was dripping. I had Sean John, Rockaware. I had Forces and J's, all that shit. And so I go to jail in Frontenac. But where I was,
What did they charge you with?
I think I had a DUI. I would love to find that picture.
You think you had a DUI?
No, I had a DUI because I went through all the process and shit. But I didn't have I had an R22 and I had all that shit that goes along with getting pulled over. And the girlfriend I had at the time, she was like, I told you not to go out. I told you to stay at home. And she was older. I've always dated older women that I claim. Story of my life. She was like, I told you not to stay. I told you to stay at home. I told you not to go out. Here's the lawyer I know. She lived in Arnold. And so I was in Frontenac. I had my own little cell. Had a little TV remote. Had a nice little blanket and pillow and all that shit. So, like, it kept me till that morning. And then I called my roommate. I was like,
Can you come
pick
get
me up from my mom. I called my mom. She was like, all right, well, let me know what goes on. I was like, okay. And
I didn't even call my mom whenever I got pulled over for
I
DWI.
did.
I called my best friend. I was like, my mom's going to ream my ass. I need you to come get me, bail me out. I'll pay you back whatever I owe you. Nope. Didn't even call my mom.
I called my mom first. She was like, okay, let me know what you need when you get home. I was like, okay. I called my roommate. Hey, can you pick me up from Frontenac jail? What the fuck? Just pick me up, bro. And, like, I had DUI, but, like, I didn't. My best friend at the time paid for everything, the lawyer, all the classes and shit, because he
Yeah.
knew it was his fucking fault. And that was my only time with the police. Was in Frontenac. It was a very nice prison cell.
Yeah, I believe it.
They gave me a coffee, some water. I had cable. I had a nice pillow. Had a nice little to myself. They were very nice people.
I mean, I was in a holding cell for like an hour and a half with my DWI. And I was like, yeah, not calling my mom, called my best friend. Hey, bitch, come get me. And then I literally made her go to my mom's house with me the next day, like, hey, I got charged with DWI. My mom was like, what?
Yeah.
I'm like, I got out of it, though.
Yeah, I mean,
Thank goodness.
it's in the past now, but like I was like, it's not even my fucking car. That was the only car he had that was like a automatic. It was the fucked up. He always drove like rice burners and like sports cars and shit. That was manuals.
Dude,
so I couldn't
whenever
drive.
I was like 19, 20, going out with all my friends, and they were all older, guess
Yeah.
who they made drive? We'd like all go out to the bar. I was the one underage, but everybody knew I was underage. They still let me in. Guess who's a fucking DD after these assholes are feeding me shots all night? I'm
Right.
like, yeah, sure, I'll drive your standard. Like, I'll drive you idiots home. Ugh.
Yeah. Fuck.
So bad. So bad.
Pieces of shit.
I mean, I love them. And, like, it's funny because we still talk about it to this day. Like, and they're all, like, married with kids and shit. And they're like,
Yeah.
you remember when we used to go out to the club and your ass was underage and we used to make you drive? I'm like, yeah, way to go.
You
You guys
dicks.
were serving a minor, and then you made me drive when I was, like, 20.
Yes.
Thanks.
That was a
I
good-
remember the day that I turned 21, like my 21st birthday, all of the bartenders were like, thank God you're finally 21. We don't have to worry about you anymore. Like, it was that bad. But like I said, that's like come from a small town kind of. Like, everybody knows everybody, and they're like, all right, well, you're finally legal now. Like,
Sitting on the
they used
dirt
to be like-
road.
the cops are in here. Go to the bathroom. And I'm like, okay, I'll go like hide out in the bathroom for a minute because I like wasn't legal and didn't have a fucking ID. Like, oh my God.
God, when you do it, God will let you get through what you gotta be to.
know.
You gotta appreciate
Absolutely.
where you're at when you have them. And it was funny, is like me and that guy are not. He asked me to be his like daughter's godfather. I was like, bro, like I know we've been close friends since high school, and I don't know why you chose me to be her godfather, because if you guys die, I don't think I'm the one that should be raising your child.
I mean, I'm a godmother. Is that weird?
I mean, I'm a godfather too, so I guess it's equally
Like
weird.
my
and
best
inappropriate.
friend's like, you're her godmother, and I'm like, but
Yeah.
she's like 16 now.
I don't know how old is my goddaughter, but I'm sorry. I do
She's
say happy
16,
birthday.
almost 17. So I'm like, okay, I'm like
Okay,
kind of out of
okay.
the weeds.
Yeah, for the most part. If they die, she could probably raise herself.
Yeah, fend for herself, but
Or you can at least guide her along. It's not as like you changing peppers.
it's
And
scary
it is. I don't.
because we don't have kids.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I've said again, if it don't happen by March 4th of
I
this
can't deal
year,
with you.
I'm not having children.
I
Like
can't.
this is my birthday.
That's
I'm
so-
getting a
That's
vasect.
so ridiculous.
When
and
I turn
far-fetched.
35 on December 23rd this year, I'm getting a vasectomy as a present to myself. I'm out.
You
I'm out.
better stop it.
I'm so serious.
People are having kids like way later. Like
understand
I
that.
could like say the same thing. Like, okay, if I am not pregnant by January 11th when I turn 35, like this coming year, that I'm not doing it.
You should. I told you. You know that
What do you
goddamn
mean
shit
I
broke.
What do you mean I shouldn't?
You would be an amazing mother. You should have a child put in your
Have you
womb,
seen my dog? She's an asshole.
horribly raised. But I
Yeah.
think you do better with a human.
You think I would do better with
if you
thank
find the right
God.
man that can.
I'm going
get
on
you-
a date with them tonight.
Oh, he might get some tonight. Oh,
6:45,
I hope he
just
beat
so
out.
you
I hope he beat out the frame. I hope he gets it. I hope he scores. I hope he scores
We're
like
going
Kobe.
on a date tonight.
Oh, he
Isn't
getting.
your date at 7?
Oh,
No, I'm picking him up at 8.
Why are you picking him
I
up?
feel like this. If he fucks, I want a commission. I don't know what that means, but I definitely want to know all the. I want to know all the story.
I mean, that's not happening.
That's what she said too,
That's not
and we know how that
So-
story ended.
We've already discussed this. Like, I have to figure out, like, where he's at. Like,
Yeah.
what he's wanting.
And when I told Liz, like I tell all my women friends,
Don't. I'm gonna tell you. Don't put it on him.
I say
because I already by the guy's name, I can tell he
what's
wants
his
to
name
really
again?
sin. No, you can't.
No, I'm sorry. Someone text me his name, so I can. So, is it
Yeah.
is it like super regular white guy?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah, it's super regular white guy.
Like Union?
What do you mean?
No,
Union?
Mad
is he a
Dog.
construction worker?
No.
Oh, well, maybe it stands a chance. Because automatically, when Liz brings in a construction worker, I'm like, nah, it's not gonna make it. Oh, you work construction? Not gonna happen.
What are you talking
I
about?
have a dream. I've seen the promised land. I want all the black
I've dated
children.
One, no, I've dated like 2 construction people.
Yeah. if he, it's you and that goddamn straw.
Fuck the straw.
That's
Here.
what she said. I saw it on my screen. I
Oh.
have my Apple
Oh,
products,
it's
so my shit's
all connected.
fly as fuck.
So
Team Apple in the building.
I mean, is
all
it?
day.
It's pretty like basic.
MLK. He had a dream. I might not get there with you, but
So-
I want you to the promised
The
land.
initials are MJS.
Free at last, free at last. I hope MLK get that ass free at last. I'm rooting for you, MLK.
MJS.
so yeah,
The
hey man,
MJS.
I'm just gonna say right now, it's not.
What do
It
you
take-
mean it's not?
I'm just because there's like
There's what?
you got one, you got a backup. You have a backup for this current date that you're going on. You have a backup person, which I'm not dogging your game whatsoever. I just think that in the situation that you're currently in, it's not a situation. Maybe we just need to be more upfront with these guys so they know what they're getting into.
This is what I would say.
No. I'm like, I'm pretty upfront.
Are you?
All right, I'm gonna.
How many times?
Yeah.
Oh,
I gotta pee.
again? Jesus fuck.
Bitch, my bladder's broke. I'm like, I'm pregnant.
I feel like I'm pretty upfront. Or, am I not?
No. How many times have you come back to me and been like,
But
so
what-
went out to
okay,
eat?
so what do you mean, like when you say like I'm not upfront? Like, what am I like holding back, or like what do you?
Well,
feel
no.
like
I
I'm,
mean,
hiding.
you're not hiding. I don't think it's a hiding thing. But we're both the same. Like, we're going to hang out with this person, and I'm just going to hang out. And when we hang out, we're just hanging out. But then there's people that don't live the lives we live. That
Okay, but so that's what's weird though, because like I'm looking at this like I feel like it's a date, but I don't know how he feels about it. So that's what Marcus and I were talking about earlier. Like when do I ask him like kind of what his intentions are, or like what is he looking for? Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. So wait,
Like,
are
I
you
wanna-
wanting
like,
to date him?
Yeah.
Oh, well, fuck. I didn't realize that.
No, I want to date him. I'm intrigued by him, and like we have really, really good conversation, and
Oh shit. Sorry. I
like
thought
I
this was
love
like
his like Southern Illinois accent because it
Wait,
makes me
I'm from
feel
Southern
like
Illinois.
I'm like back home in Texas. No, but he has like a
I know. I had one of those too. Every time I go home and come back, yeah. But no, I'm comparing my. He's from Southern Illinois for real.
yeah.
Where?
Hold on, I can look and tell you.
I'll be able if he's from Goreville. No, yeah, I don't want to allow it.
Hold on.
I have a lot of hatred towards Goreville.
No, I want to say it's
If it's anywhere above Mount Vernon, I'm gonna call him a fucking liar. That is not Southern Illinois. If it's above Mount Vernon,
hold on.
I'm gonna judge the fuck out of him right now.
I love judging people. I think judging is a human thing, and I do it a lot. I do it all the time. I do it well.
You judge enough for both of us. Because
yeah.
every time I'm like, oh, this happened. Blah, 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 fuck them. I'm like, well, no, you can't.
Hold that thought.
Yeah,
I got this.
right.
I mean,
I'll take the blame on this one.
I'll take the bullet. I'll eat a bullet quick in a heartbeat. So what did I not miss? He's from SoCo. This is the thing.
No, not SoCo.
No,
Southern
from
Illinois.
Southern Illinois.
That's
You're right. So this is my thing. I tell all my women friends: don't be afraid to ask any man a question you want to know.
Yeah, and that's what we were talking about earlier. Which,
And only thing when you ask the
Brought
question,
it up.
watch the reaction. And if you're, I trust women intuition because I think it's very accurate. If you feel it's bullshit, then double back on that question in a different way. And if you don't like the answer, then don't fuck with them.
West Frankfort.
okay. He's Southern Illinois. That's cool. That's where Hot John and Dan are from.
I don't
Who
know
the fuck
it
is Hot John?
Okay.
You've never seen Hot John?
Clearly he's hot because his name is Hot John.
Yeah. He used to work at Big Daddy's back in the day.
Hmm.
He was he married the blonde chick from that may be before your time.
It was before my time.
Hot John's John. I don't want to say his last name, but I'll just have to show you. He's ridiculously hot.
So what's West Frankfort like?
I call it the Chesterfield of Southern Illinois.
Boo.
Really?
But you gotta think that's like being the tallest midget. Like it's just
We don't.
You know, it's like family like owns like a hardware store.
yeah, it's cool.
Who the fuck?
It's West Frankfort. I mean, it is what it is. I'm automatically judging because of Southern Illinois and me. I'm from the poor fucking farmland, and West Frankfort has farms too. But like,
from the hood of.
yeah, I'm from the. We have black people in our
You
town,
from the trap?
so West Frankfort. I don't know.
I mean, I'm not sure if that's exactly. I'm pretty sure that's like where he's from,
Right.
but that's so when he went back home to like get his boat and
He got a boat.
bring it to
Wren Lake.
Belleville.
Oh, Belleville. No, I
He-
assumed it was Wren
He
Lake.
brought it down to Belleville to like have it serviced, and he
And then
brought
you
his buddy with
serviced him.
him.
What?
His buddy named Buck. He said they were headed back to West Frankfort, so I'm guessing like he's from around that area.
Okay. No, we're not booing West Frankfort. You stop
Alright.
judging it. It's just they don't know no better. No, I will say that I saw West Frankfort play basketball once, and they shot a lot of 3-pointers because they were all white.
He did used to play basketball.
No, it was funny because I'm sitting there watching this game. It was all white people playing in the basketball game.
What year was this? 1953.
They were like threes all day.
They were just shooting all threes. They
Was
shot
it-
themselves out of the game.
Was this before the integration of black people?
No,
in the
it was
NBA?
just West Frankfort against
He
fucking.
did say that they were good at basketball.
It was like West Frankfurt and Hardin County. No, not Hardin. No, Hardin had black people. It was like West Frankfurt and Vienna playing against each other, or something. I don't know what it was, but it was like Marcus. You know that I've only played in one basketball game in my whole career. This is from 4 years old to 22. I only played in one game.
What?
Playing basketball?
Yeah.
4 years old till I was 22.
You only played one game?
One game where there was all white people. It was all white people
I was
playing.
like,
You
talked
that's why you
about
got to hear
basketball
somebody
all the
out.
time. I'm like, you cannot tell me you've talked about basketball for as long as you have and you've only played in one game.
I know. I was getting at one game with all white people.
Okay, all white people.
And that was when I was a senior in college. Because I remember this was in. Hold on. I'll tell you exactly where it was. Martin Luther College.
Martin Luther College.
No, seriously, Martin Luther. Yeah. Martin Luther College in
the calf. Yeah.
Minnesota. Not
White
Rochester.
people college.
Martin Luther College.
I love how sassy.
It was in Minnesota. And I remember looking out, and like I'm just kind of standing there, and coach is like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?" such a terrible relator. Like he just, great coach. He knew his X's and O's, but he was just terrible at talking to people. But he's like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?" I'm like, "Coach, we're getting ready to play a game. I've never played with all white people on the floor at one time." And he just like looks at me as like I think that's the most I was with him for 2 years. He coached me for 2 years. My final 2 years of college, he coached me. That was probably the most like moment where he's like,
It's going to be okay.
yeah, not necessarily that. He's just like, didn't register with him because he'd always coached in South Dakota and North Dakota. It didn't register with him like, oh,
Diversity
this
should
diversity. This is
Right.
a human being, like where he's from, like he's all the way out here, from Southern Illinois to South Dakota. That's a fucking thing, and I think that was the most he's ever been like. The only time, like when my grandpa died when I was in college, literally he calls me in the office. He's like, "Oh, your grandpa died."
The fuck?
Yeah, I was like, "What?" And he's like, "You need to call your mom. Your grandpa died."
Weird.
Yeah, he wasn't an emotional guy. I'm not gonna make an excuse for him because I'm not gonna. I'll put it like this. He just didn't know no better. Honestly, that's the way.
And that's the thing. Like, I don't often blame men of a generation that aren't acutely
Yeah, just
prepared to handle emotional
You know what?
things.
You should probably just put the rest of it in there.
Yeah, Jesus.
Don't leave
Usually when I
that.
hear a woman say that to me, it means something totally different than what you're talking
Yeah.
about.
The rest of the
Most of the time you hear is it all the way in. But I don't blame him for his actions now. At the time, I just felt
That's some club soda left. I didn't mean to cut you off. I was just asking.
no.
questions.
I don't blame him for his actions at the time. Now, at the time, I did. When I was in the moment, I felt so fucking alone. And I'm like, oh my god, why the fuck am I out here? Put more of that in there.
You got another episode to do later.
Yeah.
I got a date to go on.
So he was excellent. He was
Or is it a meet and greet?
Is there food involved?
Yes.
That's a date.
We're listening to Cecil and
If it's
his
drinks, it's just meat and
coaching
greet.
story.
anyway.
I'm just breaking it down for you guys.
So he just, like I said, didn't know any better and was super cold, and like, we were all just numbers to him, you know? And it is what it is. I got through it. I'm fine. I know to be better. So whatever. It is what it is. But yeah, he was that was the most emotional I ever felt. He was like, just looked at me and was like, what the fuck? He's like, you all right? I was like, after he said, what the fuck is wrong with you? He's like, you all right? I was like, yeah, it's just weird, man. Had a fucking awesome game, though. Because I had the confidence, like, fuck these white well, these white dudes out here.
Fuck
fucking
these crackers. I'm killing these motherfuckers all night. Down with these crackers. I'm busting ass all
Right.
night.
I had zero, but it's so funny to me now thinking back on it. It's like zero fear because it was all white people.
Yeah, I mean, look.
What? I'm just was like, fuck it. Like,
Fuck these crackers.
I played with black people. I know how to fucking,
I play with savages.
Yeah.
In a good way.
in a good way.
Because they athletic human beings. These crackers ain't got shit. Fuck Larry Bird. I play against Magic Johnson every week.
Right. But it was just
play to survive.
it was funny how my mindset changed in that moment.
Yeah. It's like,
My mindset's like, there's no black people out here. I'm going to be
was
the
the
best.
black guy on the court. You turned to the black guy on the court.
Right. This fucking that is exactly it.
He was MJ. Like, oh, I get to be a black guy? Oh, I'm finna child ass, baby. I'm Dante today.
Right. And I don't understand why it works like that, but my mind went totally to that.
I got the big dick energy today.
Right.
Oh,
And it
call me man.
my confidence was through the fucking roof.
Oh, yeah.
Just because
Oh,
there was
yes.
there was no black people on the court.
Man,
Makes
I know
no sense.
My athleticism is on 10. Y'all know y'all ain't got shit. I've been baptized in fire of Wakanda. I'm gonna bust you motherfuckers ass all
Oh
night.
man. And in my mindset was still like it was. Oh, you're from South Dakota? I'm obviously going to be better at basketball than you because I'm from Southern Illinois. And then just watching them play, it was so fucking different. Like saw the high school play or these other guys play. And it was so different from the basketball style I was used to. Mm-hmm. Like these guys would like apologize for like knocking somebody down. Where I'm from,
No.
We coming through you, baby.
yeah, you get knocked down, you
This is
get the fuck
survival.
up.
This is not a game. This is life and death.
Yeah.
Only
Yeah.
one of us gonna survive.
Yeah, because the shit.
This is the Hunger Games.
It was seriously.
The motherfucking
I can remember.
Hunger Games.
I can remember Trey. One of my
I love Trey.
Best friend growing up.
Trey
Someday we'll have him on a podcast, but I
Trey still
don't
got
know if we
braids.
have enough recording time because
Trey so country and black is amazing.
dude, he's yeah. I can remember knocking him down in practice, like sticking a leg behind his leg. We're in practice, putting my arm around him and like elbowing him and throwing him over my leg, knocking him down. Him getting up, right, and we're fitting to fight. And I'm like, oh, fuck. In my head, I'm like, oh, fuck, but I can't back down.
If he dies, he dies.
Right. And then 5 minutes later, we're hugging.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, it's just because we were involved in the game, and
Yeah.
that's all that mattered.
The emotions.
Yeah.
He was in the arena.
Yeah. Totally in
In
the
the
arena.
Coliseum.
Yeah. And it was just in practice. And, yeah, Trey would have he could have literally killed me.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
I'm not going to back down.
No, you can't. Not now.
I'm going on my own I may not go on my own sword in that situation,
Yeah.
but I wasn't going to be a bitch.
You gonna die. You gonna die with honor.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm going down, but hey, I gave my best effort. I'm not cowering.
Absolutely not.
And I think you think that mindset's gone?
No, that's a mind state that has to be constantly nurtured and watered. You gotta always keep that. I'm not afraid to. This is the moment that comes. Is the end of it. I'm gonna embrace it and let my legacy be what it is.
So when that thing happened where they got on the door, the peephole cam or whatever, where the guy was walking out and the guy ran up on him with a gun around the area. Mm-hmm. I still watch that from time to time and think of what I do, and my mind always goes to, I'm not that dude coward. Mm-hmm. And that kid had his life in his hands. And the kid didn't take it. But I think at that moment, I probably would have died, because there's no way I'm gonna cower in a corner.
Yeah. And
that's like, I think about that, and people say, well, no, nobody got hurt, blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
I'm not. If another man's coming at me with a gun, fuck,
Yeah. Hey, you come with me with a gun. Guess what?
right? But
Cheat
if you
sheet,
have no gun, that person's coming running at you with a gun,
Yeah.
and you can't run away. I'm sorry, man.
Pick a good picture off my Facebook to put
Yeah,
on a T-shirt.
exactly,
okay?
and burn all your electronics.
And all the ladies that come to my funeral and y'all meet each other. I
Right.
respect you and I appreciate you all the times we had together.
Right.
So
And-
depending on which version of you met,
Right.
I want you all to know
And-
I care about you deeply.
But I feel
What
like
the woman
I have
that you
plans
are.
in place if a certain person hears about my death. Mm-hmm. There's a plan that has to be executed.
Yeah.
There's a laptop being burned, a cell phone being burned.
Delete my Dropbox.
delete
Oh, my.
delete my clouds.
delete my FB. Delete my Instagram. Delete
Burn-
my Twitter. Twitter you can leave up. That's fine. I mean,
No.
if you want to tweet some stuff.
If I ever lose my phone on my iCloud, please just burn it.
See, I feel like I'm good with that.
My shit is amazingly trash.
You wouldn't want somebody to delete all your pictures in your phone if you died.
You can literally go through all of my pictures right now, and you will not find a bad thing.
You can go through mine still. You won't find nothing bad.
Like,
It's all in the cloud.
the worst thing that you will find is literally like pictures from when I when I decided that I was going to like go on a diet and like start working out again. Like, I have those pictures. Other than that, I don't have anything else.
Fair enough.
God bless you.
I delete all of those things.
Oh, fair enough.
I delete all mine too.
But I also like don't really like send
After I put
out
it in the
stuff
cloud.
like that very often because
All right.
I delete mine too
we're in
off
like
my
a
phone. I just put it in my
social media
Dropbox.
world, and people can like get angry at you and like post whatever they want to whenever.
Well,
they
no,
want.
no. The anger stuff that happens on social media is
Yeah.
because you're poking at it, dude. Seriously never been in a. I take that back. Chris Long, I got into it with him because he was talking about, oh, I'm so happy to be moving to LA, and I'm like, fuck you on Twitter,
No,
and they blocked me. He's like, oh, you're a little girl. I'm like, no, I've been a fan of the team for fucking 20 something.
Oh,
let it go.
Football.
Let it go.
let it go.
Game's over.
All right,
Well, Liz has a date.
yeah, we got.
We're 2 hours in.
God damn, we're gonna split it in
I
two
know.
parts.
It's been 2 hours.
I told you this shit was gonna flow, man.
I know it's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
I want her to enjoy her date. I want MLK to score. I always root for him.
MLK.
What's his initials? M. In my book, it's MLK because it's easy to remember.
MJS.
That doesn't flow as well. MLK.
No.
So MLK to score.
You know what?
I don't think he will.
But I'm gonna get like I want you to, because I know it's been a long session.
That's all my sessions
You
go
guys both get
It's a race.
2 questions to ask.
Whoa. What do you mean ask? Like after the date? Or right now?
No, right.
No, like right now.
Oh, what?
Whatever we want.
Whatever.
Wait, she wants it. Oh.
2 questions.
I wasn't prepared for this.
Oh, I wasn't ready. Oh, I wasn't ready. 2 questions to ask.
You gotta make them quick because I gotta go home and like change and like.
Did you shave? That's not my question. Wait, I don't want.
It's like the genie.
You want me to be completely honest with you?
That's,
I shaved here and here. I did not shave my legs.
I don't get about your
Yeah.
legs.
Get
I was
shaved
only,
here and here.
is your box ready? Just in case it goes
Oh,
right.
Jesus Christ.
Yes, the box is.
This is not
Is it-
Cognac
is it-
Corner.
Okay. 2 questions. CC, go first. Let me get my question ready. You go, I go, then you go, then I go. Okay.
Okay.
It's probably
So-
gonna be harder for Cecil because he knows me a little better.
Yeah. I know almost everything about this. Shit.
I mean, and I may or may not plead the 5th.
Okay,
on-
fair enough. Stop doing that. It's coming through on the mic.
Sorry.
I'm not trying to be your.
No.
I feel like I'm.
I need help.
Okay,
Thank
fair
you.
enough,
We're
fair
a
enough.
team.
All right. Let's see. Who? Just because I can't think of anything else. The first thing I thought of, and it's absolutely hilarious. And who's bigger, the redhead or the eyebrows?
The redhead.
Woo! The guy that
I will actually add to that. The redhead was so big it was uncomfortable.
Wow. round
so
of
the
applause.
rumors are true.
Yes.
You know, you know what we're talking about, right?
I think so, but we'll talk about it afterwards if I'm not sure.
The roommate of the person we were talking about earlier.
Do you want to help you move?
No.
don't remember the- I don't-
Remember earlier we were having the conversation about when I saw her and him at
One of them.
that place, and
3
then-
a.m. place?
yes, and his roommate.
I'm sorry, guys. We have to talk about it afterwards. I have no idea. I know the other guy. Okay, I have my question.
Okay, go ahead.
Who would you sleep with first, me or Cecil?
What? That's the dumbest shit ever.
Are you really gonna ask me that?
Oh God, stop!
This is the question.
This
It's
is, you have all the
Okay,
questions you
but
can ask
no,
her.
I'm gonna disregard that question because you have 2 questions to ask. Literally 2. And we've already been through the whole like I've never dated a black person. So
okay.
redeem yourself and ask another question.
Well, okay. I don't have another question right now.
You
so-
do too.
I don't.
I feel like there's a ton of things going around in your head.
It is, but it's not. They're
Okay,
not.
so
I'm not
ask
about
it.
you.
Ask it.
Shit. Pit bulls or Yorkies. I wasn't prepared for this. I didn't know we had. This is a good segment. Anyone
I
that
feel
comes
like it
on
was
from this
like
point
a,
on,
like a fun thing to do at the
No,
end.
no,
I agree. You killed it.
No, you're killing it.
You fucking killed it. You're setting the
Darian just
tone.
isn't
Who the
thinking-
fuck is Darian?
Well,
Your other black friend?
yes.
Okay.
Well, I have a lot of black friends. And not using that as a defense. Like I'm not like I have a lot of black friends.
Oh my!
You're a racist. You have no. I have a lot of black friends. No, like
racist.
I feel like no. In that situation, that was the best time to use that. When a black guy's like, "Oh, your other black friend," I'm like, "I have a lot of black friends. What are you talking
Okay,
about?"
so 2 questions. Figure them out.
Okay.
You've already asked what I
Yeah. So it's
He
on
knows,
Marcus.
He knows more about you than I do. So
Yeah. Well, so you can
my
ask.
questions.
So what are you wondering?
Do,
Do you want me to ask mine and give you a little
Yeah,
time?
give me some more time. So I have 2 back-to-back
So,
questions. Fuck me.
was-
research? Let me go to Facebook and see.
The time when you dated women,
Oh shit! I forgot
Was-
that question.
do you think that was a phase, or is that the way you like? Do you still feel that way?
So I will say like I mean, I love women. I think that they're beautiful. Like, I think that their bodies are beautiful.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. Preach.
I love every sense, like, of a woman.
Mm-hmm.
But to be completely honest, like, I love women and I love interacting with them. But at the end of the day,
You like the dick.
I like the dick.
of it.
So would you ever consider? This is an add-on. My question's still going.
Okay.
So would you ever consider like a polyamorous type relationship? Do you think that might open you up? Where it was, say it's like a guy, you, and a woman.
No. I don't like see myself doing that because I do know that I can be like jealous, and if I
But both of them are just into you though. Like they all tolerate each other, that type of situation.
you always say that like they're like people always say like, oh, it's just about you, but I don't feel like that works because at some point like there's a relationship that is built between the others
Okay.
through all of those things. And
All right.
like
Okay.
I said, I know that I can be kind of a jealous person, so
Okay, so the point I was making was not that. So if one is lesbian and one is straight, so the guy's straight, the woman's a lesbian. You could, all three guys are cohabitating, and
at
these
some point,
these aren't. Oh, you think she would get? Gotcha.
I feel like at some point, if you do that long enough,
Mm-hmm.
there's going to be like feelings that are built between the two. So no,
Okay. Fair enough.
I'm kind of singular.
Fair enough. Okay. Marcus, we gotta end this up. I gotta go pick up the other people. She's got a date.
And have a date.
She's doing anal. What?
If you had to choose between red and black, I don't have anything.
God, why are you so bad
I got
at this?
nothing. I'm horrible. I can't think of
How do you
anything,
have
Liz.
nothing.
Cause I don't know what I don't know what I don't know what I want to know. 'Cause I know
you
so much.
just lost your wishes. Ladies and gentlemen, we want
What do
to tell
you
you that we
mean?
appreciate all of you, and
I lost my wishes 'cause I wasn't ready and I don't have any good
yeah,
questions.
and he's not quick on
And
thinking.
I'm trash.
No, you're not. Stop self-deprecating.
I don't have anything, Liz. I love you.
No, I feel like you have something. You're like just too scared to ask it.
No, I don't
just
have. I don't
ask.
have anything
I don't
we haven't
think so.
discussed already.
I think.
if I had something, I'll let it fly.
No, I see. No, I see it. Like I see it in his face. He doesn't.
I have
he,
nothing.
He has nothing.
You showed me so much. I didn't know he was in the girl. That's dope. I think
You didn't know
that's-
that?
I had no idea.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I'm not surprised, but I didn't know. I didn't know.
The girl that she dated was a construction worker.
What is it about? you like blue collar workers?
I like people that like. Oh my gosh, I don't know.
Who ate it better? Who ate it better, the guy or the girl?
Ooh, that's a good question. Who laid it better, the guy or the girl?
Laid it or ate it?
Ate it.
Oh, it's got to be the girl. Got to be.
I'll take any girl to task. I'll take me over any girl, any lesbian. I'll take the challenge.
You know why you're taking this challenge?
Why?
It's
Okay,
because
wait,
you don't
hold
know
on.
no better.
No, fuck
No,
that.
you're right.
My mouth game is amazing. I'll take me over any other woman.
So
Oh, you didn't hear
I'll go.
Go ahead.
I mean, I don't know if I would like necessarily say that like one was better than the other. I feel like women are more in tune to other women because they know what they like and they like know that spot because that's the only thing that they kind of have to work with.
Right.
You can YouTube that.
That's why I take myself.
Like men have a penis and you can insert inside a woman and it feels really fucking
Yeah,
good.
guys think no.
Guys like go down and they're like way down here and I'm like I need you to be more up here.
Get that bean.
But
Yeah, get that-
women like know that because that's kind of all that they have to work with.
Yeah.
For the most part.
So, the man in the boat, he's up here.
Yeah, you got to get it to that bean and give
Name
him some.
that.
Yeah,
You know what show that's from?
Nope. What show is that?
Californication, first episode.
So see, I didn't get
remember.
first question. I don't
Yeah.
have a follow up. But so, what was the answer? You said women.
Yeah, I'll go with women.
I would go with women too, because men are very arrogant. They think they can just
Ego.
they can dictate their way through it. No.
No,
More,
No,
you
that's
can't.
just like we were going back to earlier when I was talking about like when you're hanging around a bunch of dudes, a bunch of bros, and they're talking about, oh man, I got my bitch screaming, man, like, oh, she just loves that D. It's like,
nah, bro.
then you have that mentality that you're gonna think you're the best, and like,
That's not true.
I'm like,
I'm gonna say it, guys. If you think you're the best at fucking,
You're not.
you're not. There's always everything in life. There's always somebody better.
yes.
I've had some of the best orgasms from my pleasurable outside toy. We'll go with that.
Right, and also, let me add, just to try to help people kill their ego. If somebody's Snapchatting you that vagina, there's probably about 30 other dudes she Snapchat that vagina to.
Humble yourself.
Just realize that when you get those things, and
Only if it's directly sent to you and it's saved. If she sends it only to your Snap, and it's like
there's
a
no way
saved
you
photo,
can tell it.
If she saves it in the conversation, it might only be you. But then you're right. If she you don't know.
Yeah.
Just be humble. Stay humble.
Yeah, stay humble. Don't
Stay
think.
humble.
Don't feel like you're special.
Nope.
Accept it for what it is, because they're most of the time. Even the guys, even to the ladies. If a guy sends you a snap of his dick, which is okay, cool. Like I mean, I just can't imagine.
Why is he not sending that like straight up like text message?
Oh, didn't think of that.
Yeah.
Like that's a singular way of
Yep.
like sending something.
Could you imagine a mass fucking text, and you forgot to send it separately, and you send your dick to all these people that are all in one fucking group on your text messages?
If she really wants you to have it, she'll send it to you through a text.
No, I agree because
you gotta build the
That's
trust.
the way that I do it. I'm like, I'll take a picture and then I'll make sure I send it to like one singular person. But I'm like,
Liz, when was the last time you sent your box out?
oh, a picture of my box.
Of the kitty cat.
Like November.
Oh, Jesus.
Shit.
I told you guys I
I
have
know,
not been laid in what feels like forever.
By choice.
So when was the last
It
time? When was the last time? Clearly last year.
No, it was November, and I slept with my ex because he watched my dog.
Damn. Ladies, I am a professional.
Hey,
I'm
thanks for watching my dog.
I am a professional dog watcher and walker.
Here's your payment.
You can find me at
Oh my God.
at Marcus Cognac on Twitter.
I'm trying to just interrupt this story. So one of the best stories I've ever heard, and we'll end on this, is this woman who has won bikini contest, and I would put her literally close to a 10 I've ever seen in my life. Okay, and I don't toss out the 10 thing very much, but she was a bartender, and this dude that worked in the dish room happened to be out with her one night, and she got sick, and he like took care of her, and no funny business, took her home, and he didn't have a car.
He was just taking care of her.
He was just taking care of her, and legit, and he cleaned her up, put her in bed, and he didn't have a car, so he slept on her couch, fully clothed, like nothing weird or whatever. She comes out the next day and takes a shower, like brushes her teeth, like does all this stuff, and cleans up, and then she goes and wakes him up, takes him in the room and fucks him. And she was telling me a story, and she's like, well, he took care of me and didn't expect it. That's why I did it. I was like, well, you've ruined him. Like every woman ever, because he looked like a Post Malone looking motherfucker without all the tattoos, but like that type of dude that just and he was a good human being. Don't get me wrong, he's a good human being.
Yeah.
But like he's ruined for life. But I mean, he still got to experience that 10.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Because he took care of her.
yeah, because he was nice and he was genuine. See, always goes back to showing love.
Love wins every
You give
time,
love.
Love
You
does win.
It does. It seriously does. Because in that situation, like, this chick is married to a legit multi-millionaire now. Like, and this kid, I don't know where he's at now, but I guarantee you he's telling that fucking story everywhere he goes. I fucked a 10.
Yeah, probably.
You can't go wrong with respect and empathy.
Yeah,
It wins
like-
every time, bro.
And he was, and that's the point. Is like he literally just was being a good human. That wasn't trying anything funny.
That's it.
He went and just sat on the couch, laid down,
That's
fell
it.
asleep, put her in bed, didn't like strip her down or anything. Like he just, cleaned up her face and put her in bed and like, here you go, thank you. That was her thank you to him. Anyway,
I would like to say
go ahead.
I've never been thank you like that before.
I haven't either.
I have.
Wait,
But-
you just said
No, I've had situations where I just went into it as being genuine and make sure people get home safely and taken care of. I'm like, oh, I'll just
Yeah.
crash and
Yeah.
and this is my tip.
Huh.
My tip is your tip, and thank you for this moment. But I'm humbled to be here, and I appreciate you. And I never walked into the situation thinking this would happen, but
all right.
I appreciate it. And this is an episode of the Soulardians with Marcus Boston.
And I am Cecil W. Adams. Thank you so much, Liz.
You're welcome.
The first lady of the Soulardians and of both our hearts. And
Yes.
she will be back and she's going to sign the wall.
Yeah, we got all the cool stuff.
And this has been an amazing episode. And I hope you all appreciate it. And
Was it though?
It was fucking amazing.
It was great.
And Liz holds a special point in all of hearts of Marcus Boston and Cecil W. Adams. And we're going to see her again, and she will be back because she.
You'll get to hear her again, and then we won't have as much introduction.
Let her talk it out.
Yeah.
Liz, any gems you want to drop off?
We'll still talk about the friend zone and the fact that both of you guys are there, but I love you both to death.
I'm the king of that motherfucker.
And yeah, let's
I've been judging her
resume
dates and shit.
later on.
We will do this again. And it's so funny because Liz was so frightened by doing this. She was
I
so
was.
scared.
I
And
was.
now she's just like taking over and asking us questions.
Yeah, she really embraced this position. I love it. That's why we do it.
I feel
Well,
like
Robert-
Liz
Maybe
embraces.
I'll become like a co-host.
Whoa.
now we gotta, oh shit!
Okay.
Now we gotta,
Now we have to add another.
What did I say? Hey, what did I say? I said at the end of this thing she's gonna be wanting to host a
Yeah,
podcast.
I know. Yeah.
Right.
Oh, jeez.
All right.
Cheers and more Tito's to come.
Cheers and Tito's to you.
As usual,
And this metal ass straw.
we love you. Love yourself. Be great. Until next time. We love you. Be good.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Is this not why you are here?